everything at HOS Skate, and HOS Skate Park was doing fantastic. It had grown so much, they still had all kinds of birds coming in, trying to get new bikes, new scooters, and all the stuff that they wanted. And they had the best stuff. The HOS Skate Park was known everywhere. Smalls had done such a cool job with the videos and letting everybody know where they were at that they couldn't help but be busy every single day. And they were having such a good time doing it. Ollie was the best bike builder anywhere. And since he had taken in on trade the 3 bikes from the little birdies, the little blue birdies, he had some great new ideas. And they had already ordered a bunch of new parts, and he had tools lined up, and he had a whole place for him to do that. And of course, Hope is still the bike riding champion of the place, but he is also the best skateboard and scooter builder. And he had started building some very, very cool scooters. In fact, his scooters were famous, and they were called Hopes. So anybody came in and said, "Hey, we're here to buy a Hopes," and they knew just what they were talking about. They were Hope's signature scooters. And you could tell it was a Hope scooter because on the bottom of the scooter, it was always yellow with like a tie-dye color mixed in. But it was yellow because Hope was yellow, and he loved that color. So he used that color. He used black on the top of the deck, but he used green wheels, and he used black handlebars with green grips. They were so cool. And on the bottom, it had HOPES, Hopes. So cool. Ollie had made his own bike, and it was called the Ollie Special. And it was special. It looked like no other bike anywhere. Nobody had a bike as cool as the ones that Ollie was building. And Smalls, he was doing fantastic. His videos were going viral every day. But the newest videos he was doing was from the coolest place. And that was the HOS Skate Park. The building was packed all the time. And it was starting to get wintertime, but since it was inside, nobody cared. They were having so much fun playing and skating and scootering and biking in there. There were even some birds starting to show up with, rollerblades. Imagine that. It was so busy. There were birds perched all the way around the inside of the building, holding their little bikes and little scooters and waiting for there to be room for them to get down there. Well, Hope, Ollie, and Smalls had been talking about the skate shop or about the skate park for days, and they were getting ready to plan a grand opening. And Smalls was part of the planning of the grand opening. And he wanted to be able to do this to where every viral video that they had, at the very end, it told them that they could come to the HOS skate park and where it was at. Well, they planned it and planned it. They had decided they would get some special kinds of foods that they thought everybody would like. They would have little troughs set up with water in it for the birds to drink when they were thirsty. But they had come up with something really cool. They had found little helmets they could sell. that fit birds' heads perfect. And they decided that part of the grand opening, on the day of the grand opening, if you were one of the first 10 birds to show up, you were going to get a free HOS skate helmet. No joke. HOS skate shop, stickers all over it. All 10 birds were going to get a free one. Well, once Smalls had gotten this out on the internet, it went viral. There were birds trying to text and call onto Small's cell phone to find out what time could they be there. Well, they told him that the skate park was going to open at 10 a.m. on Saturday. And that's when they needed to be there. So there was a big sign hanging in the skate shop that said, "Come to the grand opening at 10 a.m. on Saturday, November 18th, and receive a helmet free if you're one of the first 10. Well, they also knew that everybody would want one of the helmets, so they were going to sell some too. But those were going to be sold over in the skate shop. So they were busy getting the helmets ready. They had to get bicycles ready and skateboards because they knew they were going to be busy taking a lot of stuff on trade that day. In fact, they knew that it may be one of the busiest days ever at the HOS skate shop. So they hired 2 more sparrows. Now there are 7 sparrows working in the bike shop, and so is Hope, and so is Ollie. And Smalls is there sometimes when he's not traveling around doing his YouTube videos. And he was getting pretty good at doing the videos. In fact, somebody else had given him a little camera. He had a GoPro now. And that little camera was the coolest thing he owned, because he could attach it to things. He could sit it on the decks of the ramps. He could get some of the coolest shots of birds skateboarding, bicycling, rollerblading, and scootering. And he had all kinds of videos of these guys doing this stuff. And he had been posting them, and it was so cool to watch. Everybody still loved to watch Hope ride the bike. And everybody wanted one of Hope's bikes too. Because if you remember, Hope had gotten one of the bikes that those 3 little birds had traded in that were so cool with all the stickers. And Ollie had built him a bike too that was amazingly cool. So Hope had 2 bikes that he rode for every video. And one video he'd ride one bike, and the next he would ride another kind. Well, they were awesome bikes. And everybody wanted one of them. Everybody wanted one of the bikes that Ollie built. One of Ollie's bikes. So, anyway, Smalls had a new idea. He decided that he was going to go to some places where he knew birds had never heard of skateboarding or anything else. But before he could take off on his trip, he decided he needed some new videos from inside the skate park. So they waited till everybody was gone, and it was one of the days when there wouldn't be any birds at the skate park or at the skate shop. And Ollie was going to do the skateboarding, and Hope was going to do bikes, and Smalls was going to have them film him doing some scooter riding. Well, they went out in the morning, and they had the phone set up in the corner on record, and they had the new GoPro attached up in the corner to where they could get all the shots from the top of the ramp. And Hope was going to go first. So Hope gets his bike out, and he gets in the park, and he's warming up. And he's going from one side to the other, back and forth and flying up in the air with the bike and doing all types of 540s and just tail whips, of course, and front flips and back flips. He is just so good at doing this. Well, they got some of the coolest videos of him, and they put some really cool music with it, with Hope's video. And Hope was, he was going to be all over YouTube, and they were going to use these videos for the grand opening. But Smalls was also going to go show them to some of the birds who didn't know anything about these things, skating and skateboarding. Well, it was Ollie's turn, and Ollie gets out his skateboard. Well, Ollie's got a brand new skateboard that Hope built him. And this one's got some high-tech wheels on it and trucks. Anyway, it is really a cooked-up, nice board. So, Ollie is out, and he's on his skateboard. And this skateboard is so cool. Well, anyway, his first trick is a front side 360 shove it. And then he turns right around and he does a triple dolphin hill flip. And then he does a quad kick flip, and a double tray flip. Then he goes over and he does a switch 540 shove it. And then a fakie and a revert. You ought to see him go. Everybody's just standing there and they're yelling, they're screaming, and they're getting every bit of this caught. Well, he comes flying back over, and he's going to do another triple dolphin hill flip, and he goes up in the air, flips it from the hill, and the skateboard is so fast it takes off and just shoots across the room, and bang, hits Smalls right in the head. And Smalls was like, oh no, what am I going to do? And Ollie falls down, and guess what happens? He broke his wing. Oh no, how could he break his wing? Oh no, the grand opening's coming up. Ollie, they need Ollie. He's the bike building guy. How's he going to build bikes with a broken wing? This is terrible. They're all surrounded around him, and they're like, oh no, what are we going to do? Your wing's broken, Ollie. Ollie goes, oh no, it hurts so bad. What am I going to do? And so they go ahead and they quit doing everything, and they take Ollie back in the house and put him in the cage. And they say, Ollie, you just got to sit here on this perch, and you're going to have to take it easy, man, because you got a broken wing. Oh, no, he says, I got so much work to do in the skate shop. What am I going to do? Well, we're just going to have to wait until you get healed up, so at least for the grand opening, because everybody's going to expect you to show them how to use all the ramps and everything if they like to skateboard. I know. What am I going to do? And Smalls, he's over on the computer, and he's working on the video. Well, he's going to make a fail video, and he's going to put the video of Ollie wrecking and hitting the skateboard on Smalls' head, and then Ollie falling down and breaking his wing, and so everybody can see it happening. And Smalls is working really hard. He's found some real cool music on YouTube, and he's going to put with it. And he finally hits the button, and it's done, and he sits and watches it, and he goes, hey guys, get over here. You got to check this out. So they go over and they look, and he's got both film from one side of the room and the other, and the film comes up at the part where he does this triple dolphin hill flip, and the skateboard flies across the room, and it hits Smalls in the head, and you can see Smalls' eyes wiggling around in his head, and his head spinning around. And then you can see from the other camera, you see Ollie come down on the ground, and you see his wing hit the floor first, boom, and you get to see it. And you can see everybody going, oh no. And it is really a cool video. Well, Smalls posted, of course. Well, Ollie starts getting so many cards and letters from people and messages on YouTube telling him to get better and hope he gets okay. And he was going to be happy because he thought, well, that's pretty cool. There's so many birds out there that really care what happened to us. And Smalls is like, yeah, plus my video was pretty cool too, don't you think? yeah, I think they really like that video. I don't know, Smalls. I think they were just being nice because they knew something happened to us, and everybody likes our skate shop and our skate park. Yeah, I suppose that's probably true. Yeah, that's probably true. And Hope says, well, we're all going to have to pitch in and help Ollie get better, and we're going to have to help Ollie build bikes. But Ollie's just going to have to come out and sit and tell us what we got to do. And Ollie's like, yeah, I can probably tell you guys how to do it. Plus, we can get some help from the sparrows. Well, anyway, that's how everything went that day for them. And they needed to get ready because this coming Saturday is the grand opening. And so they already have all their helmets. They have everything ready to give away. They know just what they're going to do. And they're looking forward to it. And I hope you're going to be looking forward to next Saturday too. So anyway, until next Saturday, have a good night.